Hello and thank you for watching this ag forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, we'll look at the satellite picture here on Tuesday morning, and there's not much sunshine to be found across the Northeast. We've got an active jet stream racing across the region. Several short waves embedded within that, bringing some showers and storms to the region. We've got some precipitation ongoing, scattered across Maine, back toward upstate New York into western Pennsylvania. The dry spot right now, central and eastern Pennsylvania over toward Jersey. We're warm across the region right now, still feeding into that warm conveyor belt across the region. 50s for many across the area. We'll see cooler air trying to make its way in at times. So you look at the last 72 hours of precipitation, heaviest from Maine into western portions of New York and Pennsylvania. And then as we look at the next 4 days of precipitation, forecast to be heaviest as you make your way off to the north and to the west. Now, as we look at temperatures, we're going to continue to be quite warm over the next 5 days and likely continuing to be warm overall as we head even into the days 5 through 10 time frame. We're going to see cold air trying to make its way in, but the pattern is really going to favor troughing off to our west, and that's going to keep us here in the warm sector more often than not over the next 10 days. Now we'll look at the jet stream flow. Again, here's that big trough anchored across the western portions of Canada into the central United States, and then waves embedded within that. Those are the instigators for the shower and storm activity we're seeing across the region, and some of the snow that we're seeing back across the northern high plains into the Great Lakes. And as this jet stream begins to pivot, we're going to see not necessarily a pivot, but a deepening of the trough off to the west. That really is going to get an active regime going here across the Northeast as we head into the weekend and early next week. Scattered precipitation, though, as we head through the next 24 hours, and then another round of scattered precipitation as we head into Wednesday. Again, much of that off to the north and to the west of that general line. As we take a look a little bit further with the European model here, we can take a little longer range look here. Again, we'll see that area of rain making its way across the region as we head through the day today into tonight. We'll see a little bit of a break as we head into Wednesday morning with much of the rain resuming across northwestern Pennsylvania into upstate New York, and then northern portions of the area here. We're talking about Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine as we head into the Wednesday night time frame. We'll be dry again on Thursday, dry, windy, and warm as we head into the weekend. Dry Friday, dry much of Saturday before showers start to make their way back into the region Saturday into Saturday night. And this is when we could look at an active pattern setting up here with several significant storm systems, if not one pretty potent storm system riding up the East Coast as we head into the early to middle part of next week. A lot of uncertainty here, so I'm just kind of teasing that this is out here, but the potential that we could end up with a pretty active and unsettled pattern here as we head into the back half of the weekend into next week. Now we'll talk about some gusty winds at times across the region as these little systems make their way in. We'll see gusty southerly winds 20 to 30 miles per hour during the day on Wednesday, and then as this next system that's going to bring blustery conditions to parts of the central U.S. on Thursday makes its way in, we'll see those winds beginning to increase as we head into the weekend and next week. Now we'll look at the temperature anomaly forecast. Again, quite warm across the Northeast more often than not, but as we head deeper into next week, there's the chance we could see some of that colder air finally making its way off to the east, not before we potentially end up in a very active pattern here with some significant precipitation across the region. So just to take this a little bit slower, this is the temperature anomaly forecast as we get started today. Warmer air moving into the region even as we head deeper into the week. The warmest air sets up here as we head into Friday and Saturday. We'll start to see cooler air try to make its way in on the weekend, but then another system moves through here as we head into early next week. That'll bring another surge of warmth before cooler air tries once again to push in as we head into the end of next week. So over just the next 5 days, the heaviest precipitation is going to be along and northwest of that line here, across northwest Pennsylvania, upstate New York, into northern portions of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. That's where we're talking about anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. South of that line, from eastern Pennsylvania up the coast into Massachusetts, we're talking about much lighter precipitation, probably just a few hundredths to a few tenths of an inch. Big change, though, if I add in the period here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that takes our precipitation up a notch here. We're talking about the additional potential for another couple of inches of rain here as we head into the early part of next week. But of course, big question marks loom. We'll be watching this each day as we get a little bit closer. Your high temperatures over the next 5 days then, 50s and 60s for us during the day today, but we'll be surging warmer as we head into the end of the week. 70s make their way back as we head into Thursday. Friday and Saturday before some cooler air starts to move in. High temperatures in the 50s and 60s on Saturday afternoon, likely looking at similar conditions as we head into Sunday.